this lighting sucks really bad. Anyways, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Dawson ASMR, and today I'm doing a really fun video because I love books. I have this huge shelf right here where I love to read so much, and I brought it down here in my sister's room because my room is currently being packed. I'm pretty much packed for college, and so I am using her room to store all my books before I go to college. So I have this hefty stack right here beside me of a good 10 books. Technically one of them I can't find for some reason. I don't know what happened to it, so I'll go ahead and do that one first. The first book, I think I can get out of the way since I don't have it to tap on and flip through pages and everything, is I'll put it right here. It's The Perks of Being a Wallflower by 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲, and it is one of the best books I think ever. I have like sticky notes all throughout it of just my favorite parts of the book. I'm pretty sure I don't have it on my shelf. I think I lent it to a friend, if I'm not mistaken. But it's basically told through the story. It's the diary of, it's letters to a friend from a boy named Charlie. He's a freshman in high school, and he's dealing with all these problems, and he finds comfort in his two friends, Sam and Patrick, and then their group of friends. And it's about a journey through high school, you know, your first year. So I thought it was really awesome. I love the movie too. So the next two books actually are by the same author. So I'll do the old one first. The first one is A Work in Progress by 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲. This book changed my life. Literally, I went into Barnes & Noble and I was like, I'm gonna buy a couple books, like one of the cheap Penguin classics, a couple of cheap Penguin classics, and they didn't have any good ones. So I was like, I'm just gonna look around, and I found the old 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 just sitting there on a shelf pretty by himself, not in the section he was supposed to be. I was like, yes, I'm taking it. Yeah, so I got it for like $9, and I had a coupon for like 14% off. No, it was 30% off, my bad. And so I got it really cheap. So yeah, it says, in this intimate memoir of life beyond the camera, 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 shares the lessons he has learned so far on his journey from small-town boy to internet sensation. Here, Connor offers a look at his Midwestern upbringing as one of 4 children in the home and one of 5 of the classroom. His struggles with identity, body image, and sexuality in his teen years, and his decision to finally pursue his creative and artistic passions in his early 20s, setting up his flourishing career as a YouTube personality, a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and tastemaker. Exploring his past with insight and humor, his present with humility, and his future with hope, Connor reveals his private struggles while providing heartfelt wisdom for young adults. His words will resonate with anyone coming of age in the digital era, but at the core is a timeless message: don't be afraid to be yourself, to go after what you truly want. Beautifully designed, including photography and childhood clippings provided by Connor, this is a must-have for those seeking inspiration on their own journeys. And yeah, it does have photos and stuff in it, so it's really nice. I didn't really mark anything in here. My favorite thing, though, if I can find it, let me see if I can find it. Let me exit it. Yeah, this one. It's called Say No. And this is no, 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 no. No matter how I say it, saying no is difficult for me. Just like me. That word doesn't strike my vocal cords naturally, especially when I don't want to do something or go somewhere. My mind is saying no, but I can't get myself to say it out loud. It's probably because I'm a people pleaser. Me too. Too concerned with being polite and not letting people down instead of honoring my true wishes. It seems I'd rather do something I don't enjoy than have someone I'm with have a poor time or be upset with me. That said, I'm determined to overcome this block. I'm learning slowly that the world won't end if I utter that scary 2-letter word. People won't hate me, things won't crumble to pieces. In fact, the honesty may be appreciated, and a promise will most likely be found. So here, say it out loud with me. No. I love that passage. It's a little just tiny little passage. It's a book of essays. It's cover is actually clouds, and when you fold it in, the triangle is the clouds. So it's really pretty. So the next book I have is another Connor Franta book. And it's his newest book. This one I actually paid like $15 for off Amazon. I paid full price for it. And there's no jacket to it. There was never a jacket to it. This is the way he made it. It's embossed and shiny, as you can see. But this book is another memoir, and it says, "This is an open diary that gives my insights a voice through visuals and poetry. This is me spilled out on the paper." So this book also comes with photos and little poems and essays, and it's just amazing. I love this one. It says, "You can't change for somebody, and you can't change somebody for you." It's true. I did mark a couple poems and a couple things. This one said, "Finally consider the spot idea. Do what you want to do. Insane concept or not, you'll waste so many years wishing and wanting to act in a play, or to take a painting class, or to sing at the top of your lungs in front of strangers, or to go to a school dance and actually dance like no one's watching. My best advice? Just effing do it. What's the worst that could happen? Someone will laugh at what? You enjoying yourself? That's messed up on their part, not yours. Don't hold back on what makes you happy just because you fear it will make someone else uncomfortable. The more you tell yourself no, the more normalized it becomes, and the more you become separated from the real you. You lost yourself so many years by trying to become a person you never want to be. The jock, the college student, the stereotypical masculine male. None of those were you, so quit playing the fool. Leave the scene for another. Trust me, you won't miss your old role for even a second, literally." So that's actually from his letter to his old self. And I also saved a poem called Patterns. And it says, "I feel good, I feel bad, I'm up, I'm down, I'm happy, I'm sad. Where is the gray area when I can be in between? Oh no, here we go again. I feel good, I feel bad, I'm up, I'm down, I'm happy, I'm sad." And I think that resonates with me, having mood disorder and a touch of bipolar disorder. That resonates with me. So I love this book. I finished it in a day. It was so good, which is a pretty easy read. Like it says, it is for young adults, but I wouldn't say too young, because it does talk a lot about sexuality and not like being gay or anything. It talks a lot about sex life and his personal relationships, and it cusses a lot. So I mean, I read 50 Shades of Grey at 12 years old, so I think I was 12 when I read it. I may have been older. I don't know. So the next book is She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. And this book resonates with me so much because it's a coming-of-age novel about finding out who you are through life. And it's not a children's novel, not a teen reader. It's more for an adult. It is falling apart at the seams, as you can see. I need a new copy, but I cannot find one anywhere cheap. So I've read this a good 3 times. And it says, "Meet Dolores Price. She's 13, wise-mouthed but wounded, having bid her childhood goodbye. Beached like a well in front of her bedroom TV, she spends the next few years nourishing herself with the Malamars, potato chips, and Pepsi her anxious mother supplies. When she finally grows into young womanhood at 257 pounds, Dolores is no stronger, and life is no kinder. But this time she's determined to rise to the occasion and give herself one more chance before really going belly up. In this extraordinary coming-of-age odyssey, Wally Lamb invites us to hitch a wild ride on a journey of love, pain, and renewal with the most heartbreakingly comical heroine to come along in years." So this book, no pictures, unfortunately, like the others, but it's a really good book. It took me a while to read the first time, because I was like 13 when I first read it, but it was so good, and I've read it 3 times now. I love it so much. It's just a beautiful, beautifully written book. I have another book by him called We Are Water, which I have yet to read, which is on my to-be-read list. So yeah, that's She's Come Undone. I don't really have a favorite passage from there, because the whole book is one of my favorites. So the next book was Ripped, but it is Tyler Oakley's Binge. Oh, I think this is the last YouTuber book. Yeah, it's the last YouTuber book. This is Binge. This is Tyler Oakley's memoir, which I paid full price. Well, my parents bought it for me actually. This is Christmas. And it says pop culture phenomenon, social rights advocate, and the most prominent LGBTQ+ voice on YouTube, Tyler Oakley brings you his first collection of witty, personal, and hilarious essays. For someone who made a career out of oversharing on the internet, Tyler has a shocking number of personal mishaps and shenanigans to reveal in his first book, experiencing a legitimate range blackout in a Cheesecake Factory, negotiating a tense standoff with a White House official, crashing a car in front of his entire high school in an Arby's uniform, projectile vomiting while bartering with a grandmother, and so much more. In Binge, Tyler delivers his best untold, hilariously slide-spitting moments with a trademark flair that made him a star. And from the introduction, it says, I've binged plenty of times in my own life, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Regardless, I indulged. This collection is the result. So basically the whole book, the whole premise of it, the lesson of the book, there's always a lesson with memoirs, is to just binge on life. Let life be life. Explore. Do the things you think you would regret. Just have fun. Take chances, make mistakes, get messy. I think Miss Frizzle said that. Oh well. Yeah, so that is Binge. And I don't think I may have a favorite. I don't have a favorite passage, but I have a favorite chapter. And it's this one, Hopeless Romantic. I read it to Annabelle and she thought it was hilarious. He basically, I'm gonna spoil it for you, he met a guy on Grindr who had a foot fetish, and he let him come over to his hotel and rub his feet. And they were dirty. The guy told him not to wash them or anything, and it was like really gross, but he got a foot rub out of it. And he didn't say if he went on to do other things. But, so, I think that was really funny. It's a really funny book, but really heartwarming at the same time. It's so good. I honestly suggest it to anyone. So then I have I Know What You Did Last Summer by Lois Duncan, and this is a newer copy. It says they didn't mean to kill him. She is an old children's horror author from the early 90s, really early. This one came out, this copy itself came out in 2010, but the book was written in 78, so that was when it was first published. And it says, some secrets just won't stay buried. They didn't mean it. They didn't mean to hit the boy. There was a party and it was an accident, but they had futures to protect. So Barry, Julie, Helen, and Ray swore one another to secrecy, but now a year later, someone knows. Julie receives a haunting anonymous threat. I know what you did last summer. The dark lies unearthed, and before the four friends know it, they need to outsmart a killer, or they will be the next to die. Don't be mistaken, this book is nothing like the movie. Lois Duncan actually hated the movie before she died. She watched it. But really great book. Really great mystery. So then I have John Green's Paper Towns. Now, don't get me wrong, I love The Fault in Our Stars. Paper Towns outweighs it by a long shot. Paper Towns says, who is the real Margot? Quentin Jacobson has spent a lifetime loving the magnificently adventurous Margot Roth Spiegelman from afar. So when she cracks open a window and climbs into his life, dressed like a ninja and summoning him for an ingenious campaign of revenge, he follows. After their all-nighter ends and a new day breaks, Q arrives at school to discover that Margot, always an enigma, has now become a mystery. But Q soon learns that there are clues, and they're for him. Urged down a disconnected path, the closer he gets, the less Q sees the girl he thought he knew. And this was a winner of the Edgar Award, so I really love it. Better than Fault in Our Stars, I think. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful novel. I love mysteries, you know, it's a lot of things are mysteries. The next one is a mystery about ghosts, and it's Rebel Spirits by Lois Ruby. And this one I got from a book fair, I believe. It says, what if you fell in love with a ghost? And it says, haunted by history, bound by mystery. Lori Chase doesn't know what to think about ghosts. She may have seen a few in the past, but those were just childish imaginings, right? Only now that she's living in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, spirits seem to be in everyone's mind. The town is obsessed with this bloody Civil War history, and the old inn that Laurie's parents run is supposedly haunted by the souls of dead soldiers. Then Laurie meets one such soldier, the devastatingly handsome Nathaniel Pierce. Nathaniel's soul cannot rest, and he desperately needs Laurie's help, because Nathaniel was not killed in the famous battle. He was murdered. Laurie begins to investigate the age-old mystery, stumbling upon shocking clues and secrets. At the same time, she can't help falling for Nathaniel, just as he's falling for her. It's a romance, along with a mystery, of course. So, definitely check this book out. I got it at a book fair for like $2. So worth the read. Then I have a book that I only paid $2 for at Ollie's, All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. And this book, oh my god, this book makes me want to cry. It's so sad. I can't tell you why, but regardless, it says, when Finch and Violet meet on the ledge of the bell tower at school, 6 stories above the ground, it's unclear who saves whom. And when the unlikely pair teams up on a class project to discover the natural wonders of their state, they go, as Finch says, where the road takes them. The grand, the small, the bizarre, the beautiful, the ugly, the surprising, just like life. Soon it's only with Violet that Finch can be himself, a bold, funny, live-out loud guy who's not such a freak after all. And it's only with Finch that Violet forgets to count away the days and starts living them. But as Violet's world grows, Finch's begins to shrink. This is a heart-wrenching, unflinching story of love shared, lives lived, and 2 teens who find one another while standing on the edge. I love this book so much. It's just so sad. And it deals with depression and stuff, so I really relate to it. So, definitely check this out. And if you guys wonder why I'm going a little bit fast, it's because my camera's about to die. It's blinking the red light. Red battery? Yeah. It's about to die. The last book I have for you is bookmarked with everything, and it is Anything Could Happen by Will Walton. To the sweetest, Will. He gave me a signed book plate, guys. I've talked to the author through email, and we've chatted about the book. This is an uncorrected proof, meaning it hasn't been sold. Like it was for purposes of review. It says, Tretch lives in a very small town where everybody's in everyone else's business, which makes it hard for him to be in love with his straight best friend. For his part, Matt is completely oblivious to the way Tretch feels, and Tretch can't tell whether that makes it better or worse. The problem with living a lie is that the lie can slowly become your life. For Tretch, the problem isn't just with Matt. His family has no idea who really he is and what he's really thinking. The girl at the local bookstore has no clue how off-base her crush on him is. And the guy at school who's a thorn in Tretch's side doesn't realize how close to the truth he's hitting. Tretch has spent a lot of time dancing alone in his room, but now he's got to step outside his comfort zone into a wider world, because with love, a true self can really be contained. Anything Can Happen is a pointed, hard-hitting exploration of love and friendship, a provocative debut that shows that sometimes we have to let things fall apart before we can make them whole again. And I marked a few things in the book. Like one says, because what do you do after a goodbye? Like that's like the punctuation mark at the end of it all, and it can be either a period or a question mark. Another one says there's sickness and there's sadness, but the thing is there's love too. I try never to forget that. And then the last thing in the book, it's the last 3 sentences, says things are already good. They really are. They really, really are. And when you're in love with the wrong person for the right reasons, anything can happen. I love this book. I found it in a library, and I read it, and I was like, I need answers. There's no answers I need. So I emailed the author, and he answered me back. And then I ended up ordering a book, and ended up being an uncorrected proof somehow from a used bookstore. So it went on sale May 26, 2015. So that is that book. So that is all the books I have to suggest to you today. I hope you did enjoy them, and I hope you enjoyed this little intro thing I had going, like the little bike riding and stuff. That was fun to do. I really liked recording that. But with that being said, I have nothing else to tell you today. I will see you next time. So remember, you're beautiful, wonderful, and you are loved. Bye, guys.